Social engineering. It's the #1 way people get hacked, and this is how you can avoid being the next victim. Social engineering is simply where an attacker uses various means to get you to divulge important information or passwords to allow them to get into your stuff. And they use all kinds of sneaky methods to do that. The most common are simple emails purporting to be from Australia Post, DHL, Westpac Bank or whatever. And they try to convince you to log in or click a link in that email which will direct you to a nefarious website that they have control over and allow them to start the process of extracting important personal information from you. So rule #1, treat every email you get very suspiciously and never click links in emails. If you think that your bank did send you an email, then simply go to the bank's website manually yourself. Don't use the email or even ring the bank and check whether it's a legitimate email. Most of the time it's not, because most of these companies never email you. Also, another way that people are using scams these days to get your personal information is simply by the telephone. You can get a phone call purporting to be from the ATO or your bank and asking you to confirm your details because they're calling you. Now, unfortunately in Australia, a lot of banks don't understand security and they're actually making legitimate phone calls to their customers and opening those phone calls with, "Can I have your name and address and date of birth?" Which is a terrible idea because it trains people like you to give that information out when someone rings you, which you must never do. You don't know whether they're a legitimate caller or not, and if they're a scammer, they've just got all the details they need to ring your bank, your phone company or others and convince them that they're you. And after that, all bets are off. So keep an eye out for phishing emails and these dodgy phone calls, and keep a suspicious mind when these things happen. You can always hang up the phone and ring your bank directly. You can always go to the bank's website directly. You don't have to use these systems that come at you. So that's the best way to avoid social engineering, is simply to make sure you're in control of the communication and the information that's passed around.